It's off exit 10, presented by Capital District Sport and Fitness.
But you knew you were going to Duke?
No, not really. Because I went to a Duke camp literally the summer going into my junior year. So like 2 months before I got the call from them. So they were definitely like top on my list, but I didn't know I was going there until after I went to a visit, like on a visit, and I was like, yeah, this is the place.
What was it before that?
Virginia was up there. It was really like Duke and Virginia were the top like biggest schools that I went to or for camps and was recruited by. And I started really young going to Virginia camps when I was in like 8th grade.
Crap.
So honestly, if the rule change never happened, like I probably would have committed there to Virginia.
The rule change pushed it back.
Yeah.
What was it before?
Anytime. I knew girls who committed when they were in 6th grade.
How do you don't know anything? You don't know anything when you're 18? You don't know anything when you're in 6th grade?
No, you don't. You have no clue.
No, I was
like I can't. I don't even remember what 6th grade was like.
What were we doing in 6th grade, Jay? We were past Pokemon, but like nothing too
Like you're not
I
even
wasn't
playing
past
school
Pokemon.
ball yet.
No, you're playing Little League.
Like that's crazy to me.
That is illegal now.
Yeah.
Not good. That's predatory.
Yeah, that's what. But that's just a verbal though, right? You're not signing to paper.
I'm honestly not sure.
Yeah. Either way, you just don't know.
No.
Yeah, shoot. Yeah, so if that rule didn't change, it would have been different.
Mm-hmm.
And then do you feel some type of like allegiance to that? Because you're like, well, I committed there and these other people want me, but like I'm shutting my brain off and shutting the doors.
Yeah.
I'm sure many kids did that.
Yeah, I'm sure. I know there are some, I don't know if I should say this.
You don't have to name drop, but I mean.
No, there are some instances where like people have verbally committed and then a couple years later they like realize that they could go to a bigger school and they drop that verbal commitment and go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Like I've known that happen like many times.
You still see that now.
Yeah.
But it's also playing the other side. Like a school can do the same thing.
Yeah.
They can be like, yeah, we want you, and then be like, nah, actually,
Yeah.
no, we don't.
That's true.
Like we just had actually one of the girls in here, and she, I talked her down a little bit, but she was like a little nervous because she's going to Stony Brook for lacrosse and was talking to me about how one of the girls from her class that got recruited was told she has to try out. And I was like,
Really?
yeah. I'm like, it doesn't matter if you're a 5-star, 1-star, 0-star recruit. Once you're on campus, everybody's got to prove who they are. Like those stars just get them paid more for the recruiting.
Mm-hmm.
So when I told her that, she's like, okay. And I was like, and you work your butt off. You're going to be just fine.
Yeah.
I'm like, just keep doing what you've been doing and you're going to be fine. And I'm like, even if you get that call, go out there and show and prove. Like, so it's a tough, crazy world with the college.
How many girls from your freshman class at Duke finished at Duke, graduated, still were playing softball?
Yeah.
How many came in? How many finished?
There was really only 2 that finished, but 7 my freshman year when I stepped on campus. A couple of them transferred. A couple of them decided to stop playing softball. But yeah, it was me and another one of my classmates who made it all 4 years with playing softball and graduating.
I think that's the reality of it too. It's like
2 out of 7. Yeah.
Yeah, I bet that's. I mean, some percentage like that is probably, I would think, common in most sports.
Yeah.
Especially now with the transfer portal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's kind of crazy to talk about. I think.
Well, because you lived through it, right? As it changed and evolved, or I guess like devolved, where there's no no rules.
Yeah, no. I think like could I have transferred and made a lot of a lot more money somewhere else? Yes, but also I knew like coming to Duke, I wanted to help build a legacy and just be a part of building that program. And I felt like I owed it to my coaches. I owed it to my teammates. And loyalty is a big thing for me. So that was a big decision of me. Like I never thought about transferring. And then also it's hard to give up a Duke degree,
Yeah,
especially
point.
Not like having a huge professional softball platform.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was also a big decision in me choosing Duke is that Duke degree.
The money thing, though, like just to hear you say it, and I'm sure many kids now in the past handful of years can say it, but like people are offering kids money in terms of scholarships, booster money, sponsorships. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's great for our sport seeing, Najee Kennedy getting $2 million to go transfer. And, you see other girls getting hundreds of thousands of dollars in softball to transfer. I think that's good for our sport that we are getting this revenue and getting, the means to do that. But it's also like at what cost? But it's also depending on, everyone's different, like their needs are different. If the money's more important to them, then that's what they're going to do, you know?
How's money being offered? Like, can a coach from another team just straight up talk to a player on a different team?
No, you're not supposed to. So it's supposed to be once you enter the transfer portal, then other coaches can reach out to you, and then that's when the whole money thing can happen. But we have seen kind of things like behind doors, which is not legal, obviously.
Yeah, but that's like always been going on.
Yeah.
Like Reggie Bush, Paul.
Yeah,
and I'm sure
that
everybody.
was before guys were getting paid and
Right.
should have been getting paid.
Right.
So it's you had Nevin Shapiro, I think that was his name, from Miami. That the whole Miami. Let me make sure I get his name right. Yep, it literally comes up. Nevin Shapiro, con artist. The whole University of Miami. Like he
Like
was
the football
he
team,
was the
right?
booster for the
Right.
University of Miami. Like when they were like the best team in college football.
Yeah. When did this pro softball league become a thing?
Yeah, so Athletes Unlimited, I believe, started 5 years ago. But Athletes Unlimited Softball League, the one that I just played in this past summer, this is the first year for that.
What was it before? It was Athletes Unlimited was what? It wasn't softball?
No, Athletes Unlimited Softball,
Was,
yes.
okay.
That's just what it was.
Okay.
And the old format of it was there was about 60 players around there. And there'd be 4 teams. And each week they would play, and the top 4 performers of that week would be the captains the next week. And then the teams switch around.
And
then
you redraft the teams?
Yes, each week you would redraft the teams, and there's a leaderboard, and you get points for like how well you perform, and how many innings you won adds points, winning games wins points. Obviously if you hit well, if you pitch well, those all add points. And so whoever's the top 4 at the leaderboard at the end of the week, those are the next captains for the next week. And so that's what actually we did in August. That was the Athletes Unlimited Champ Cup, I think that's what it was called. That's what we did all of August.
That's fun, though. That's like backyard stuff.
Yeah, no, it was cool, but it feels almost, I don't know, it feels a lot different than what we did in the previous season, which was the 4-team base format. And it was a lot different because I'd never done anything like that. I felt like you're almost like playing for yourself in a way.
Yeah, because you're just switching teammates every week.
Yeah, it was weird. You could never really get comfortable. But a lot of people like that format and a lot of people don't like that format. So it's going to be interesting to see how it moves forward within the next couple of years.
Because the 4 teams, they all traveled together when it was like the regular season. And then you're playing in different cities, or no?
So, no, it really depended on each week. Usually, there were 2 teams in one spot. So, for example, my first week we were in Wichita, and who did we play? We played the Volts. So we were in Wichita while the other 2 teams were at a different location. And then after that series, we would then travel somewhere else with another team. Then we went to Seattle. We played another team. And it was kind of like that. There were points where all 4 teams were in the same place, but it wasn't every time. So in Chicago, for example, there was a couple of series where all teams were there in Chicago at the same time.
Did you know all the girls prior just from being in the softball team, or no?
I knew of them,
Right.
yeah. There's legends out there. I didn't really necessarily know everyone. I haven't met them before,
Yeah.
but I've seen them play my whole life. So that was pretty cool. It felt like I was literally playing with my idols.
That's sweet.
The Romero sisters,
Yep.
Sis Bates, Tiara Jennings, all those people, Rachel Garcia.
Was the pitching a step up, or yeah?
Yeah, definitely a little bit of a step up. You're facing an All-American or an Olympian every single day. So you never really like get a break, you know, like during college ball, you might have like in a series 1 or 2 good pitchers, and then, you know, maybe like the 3 or the 4 pitcher, you know, you get that maybe who aren't as high level as their ace, you know. But in professional ball, you do not have that. It's literally go every day. Like
What's average velo that you're seeing?
probably like 68.
What's the hardest that you've seen?
Actually, it was when we played Tennessee. Carlin Pickens, she recorded the fastest pitch
Yeah, I was
ever,
gonna say.
78 miles per hour.
Holy
It wasn't, or I think it was 79 actually.
I think she had 78 and then she broke it.
Yeah,
and had
she broke
79
her own
and She broke
record.
her own record.
Yeah,
'Cause I saw that and I was like, 79 miles an hour underhand?
yeah,
Like, that doesn't make sense.
yeah. So definitely her, and I think she might have gotten to 75, 74 or 75 in our game that we played against her at Tennessee this past year when I was with Duke.
Did you get a hit off her?
I did actually.
Hell yeah.
I got 1 hit and 2 strikeouts, but
I mean, listen.
can't win them all, you know.
When she's throwing that kind of gas, you got to take what you can get.
Yeah,
You know?
tip your cap a little bit.
Have you always just been able to hit, like since you started?
Yes and no. I think, you know, we all go through our slumps. I mean, my junior year at Duke was my worst season of my career ever, and that felt like I could not hit at all. But I feel like there's times where you are going to have that, and it's how you move through that and how you navigate that to come out the other side. Like,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, like I feel like I played baseball 2 years in college, and I feel like I picked the wrong sport. 'Cause my anxiety was just so bad growing up, and it just like that fed into it.
Yeah.
Just the thought that you go 3 for 10 and you're like great. And it's like 7 times your brain has to process like,
Yep.
oh, I'm struggling. Oh, I didn't do great, and just snowballs. Yeah, it's the hardest next to golf.
Yeah.
Fucking golf.
Golf. It's really a ball sitting still. It's not even moving.
Yeah, Jay, I remember we played with Dad once years ago, and this guy, his friend Big Red, this old guy.
Yeah, I remember him.
Big Red, rest in peace. I don't think he's with us anymore, but
He's alive.
is he alive?
I think so.
Okay. But I had to be in his 70s, overweight, could barely get out of the golf cart, and just kicked our ass. I'm like, oh, jeez.
That's like John
That's
Daly.
funny.
John Daly, just slugging rum and Cokes and Jack Daniels and Cokes and shooting 65s.
Mm-hmm.
And then he gets a 19 on one hole. So to make you feel better, professional golfer shot a 19 on a hole.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's hard. Like a 19?
Yeah, we don't even do 19s,
No.
Paul.
Most people will stop after like 8.
Yeah, I was gonna.
They just
say.
go, I'm picking the ball
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. Yeah, golf. Yeah. We'll get out again, Paul.
Yeah, we got to do it again.
What was the biggest adjustment hitting-wise when you went from high school to college?
Definitely the velo, and then I would say just pitch movement and being able to hit their spots, like the pitchers hitting their spots. Like I didn't see a lot of like nasty spin or like true rise balls in high school at all. So I think kind of getting to college, learning that like if a rise ball looks like it's gonna be at your waist, it's not. It's gonna be up at your chest, and you gotta leave it.
Right.
So I think definitely pitch recognition was a huge part of my development in college, and definitely something that I struggled with early on. So that was like a lot of training in the cages, like looking at different spins, looking at different movement, and learning like what will be a strike and what won't be.
You guys use technology at Duke to help with those things, or no? Like a TrackMan, like a Rapsodo.
Yeah. We had
Like a hit tracks.
hit tracks, which
Yeah.
we didn't really utilize that much. That was more for just like hitting like exit velo and stuff like that. But we got a TrackMan this past year, which I know was super helpful with the pitchers,
Yeah.
with spin rate and all of that, which was pretty cool. And they had it up on the video board, so like out in left field, so we could see like all the metrics like as we were going during practice.
Mm-hmm.
So that was helpful this year for sure.
Helpful for you as a hitter then to look at those metrics and know what somebody's tendencies are, or no? Is softball like baseball? Like baseball is so tech heavy now.
Yeah.
I feel like hit tracks and
I think for me, the more I look into that, the more I complicate things
Yeah.
and get into my head. So like for me, I try not to look too much into that, like just because I feel like it can be like almost like paralysis by analysis. I
Mhm,
get that a lot. So really I try to simplify things.
Yes, I think
But
most.
it works for some people.
I think there's probably a lot of people that are like that,
Yeah.
paralysis by analysis. Like, you overanalyze everything. Like, I'm sure even at the professional level, you see guys that go into these slumps, and it's like they're probably overanalyzing too
Yeah.
many things
Mm-hmm.
and trying to adjust 7 different things when it's like, hey,
Yeah.
just go up there, be athletic, swing the bat,
Yeah.
get out of your own head, and then once you make contact, then all of a sudden you're like, oh, okay, we're good. Like,
Yeah.
So-
I honestly think that was like the biggest like switch for me this year, like starting from my college season, was to just simplify things. Like I feel like so many times in the past I would go up to the plate like thinking like, okay, this pitcher has a rise ball, curveball, drop ball, like she's gonna throw it here, there, like
Yeah.
and I would just be like so like my mind would be going a million miles per hour, and that like in return like had a negative effect on my performance instead of going up to the plate and just like thinking hunt a speed, just hunt a strike.
Right.
And I feel like doing that helped me a lot.
it's like, hunt this pitch, but adjust if you see it.
Yeah,
No, it's a-
exactly.
the old adage is for baseball, like, you sit fastball, you adjust off speed.
Yeah,
It's like,
exactly.
if you are sitting or thinking too much, then it's like that's when you're gonna miss the fastball down the middle
Yeah.
or the hanging curveball or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Did you get more off speed thrown to you in college since people realized like, oh, she can hit?
Yeah, definitely. And I think my junior year was honestly when I struggled with it the most because I came off of having 19 home runs my sophomore year. And I wasn't really able to adjust to it because, like, I thought I could, like you see a changeup coming sometimes and you're like, oh my gosh, that's so fat. Like, I'm going to crush it.
Yep.
And then it doesn't happen.
And then you swing and miss, or you just roll it over.
Yes.
You go, wow, that went not any way I wanted it to.
No.
Kind of like my golf swing.
Yeah. So then the off season going into my senior year, that was a big focus. Like learning how to keep my hands back better. So when I do see that changeup, like I'll be able to stay through it and actually hit it well. But yeah, that was definitely got a lot of off speed past couple years in college.
Did you play shortstop in high school?
Yeah.
You moved to third in college, or were you short
Yeah.
for a bit?
So I played shortstop my whole life leading up to my freshman year in college. During travel ball, my freshman year let me restart that. Going into my freshman year of college, during travel ball, I played third base because my coach wanted me to get some action there just because that could possibly be like a starting position for me my freshman year. And so I played third base, and then I got to Duke, and I played third base for my first 3 years, and then my senior year I played shortstop. And it definitely is a little bit different. Third base is a lot more reactionary. Like, you don't have time to do all, like, your footwork, getting around the ball. Like, it's really, like, get your glove up where the ball goes and
Yeah, you got to get some.
don't let it hit your face.
some lasers
I was
hit
gonna say,
you.
especially in softball, like,
Yeah.
baseball's a hot corner. I can't imagine softball's third base. Like, that's
Oh, I mean, third base when we played even with the Beezer bats
Oh,
in
God.
baseball. Do you remember those bats? They were
What is
baseball
it?
bats. I don't know if softball. You know how there's like
different certifications for like metal bats and aluminum bats that
Like-
to regulate like how dangerous they are.
Yeah, I don't know what it is now, but when we were in high school, it was like BESR. They were Beezers, but the ball it was like a driver,
Yeah.
like a golf club. It would just pop off these things. Yeah, so third base was terrifying.
Yeah, that's why I didn't play infield. Said nope, I'm gonna stick with fly balls. I like fly balls. Fast
Fair.
ground balls coming at me,
Fair.
not my thing. Was it weird for you going back to short? Was it harder to go back to shortstop when you had been playing third base for 3 years?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was, yeah. I think it's easier to go from short to third, in my opinion. Just because I wasn't used to the range I had at short and all the footwork and the angles that I needed to take. So that kind of took a while to get back into. 'Cause yeah, like at shortstop, you just have so much more time,
Right.
Yeah.
and it's like
Well,
almost like you overthink that.
that's why, like, I mean, in like baseball or probably softball too, you see more people move, like they'll move from shortstop to another position than somebody moving from another position to shortstop, right? Like, I just think of like the Padres. Every person on their team is a former shortstop. Like every one of their like infielders and outfielders was
Yeah.
like a former shortstop. That they were like, well, you're not good enough to play shortstop, but you're really athletic, so we're going to put you somewhere else.
Yeah. And I think that third base in softball is different than third base in baseball. Like, there's so much action at third base in softball, especially with the lefty slappers and bunters.
Good point.
Like, it's a whole different
beast.
thing.
Yeah, good point. That was part of my demise in baseball too, is they moved me from infield to outfield in college.
I watched Mike catch fly balls in practice,
Uh-oh.
and the fact that he told me he played outfield, I was like, you can catch pop-ups in the infield, but
And-
outfield?
I don't know, the ball finds you too.
It does.
Oh, it does.
Yeah. Like, I went out to our spring trip my freshman year as an infielder. That's how I made the team. And then we had like 2 guys go down. Somebody didn't travel. Our coach was like, we need an outfielder. And I was like, yeah, sure, I'll do it. And like the first ball out there hit to me back to the track. Like, it should have been pretty routine, but I just like didn't know what the hell I was doing.
Mike looked like Juan Soto and does in the outfield sometimes, just staring at the ball, spinning around, like, where is it?
Gosh.
That's how I felt. That's how I felt.
Funny.
You ever go to basketball games at Duke?
Yeah. They were so
Fun.
fun.
That's got to be
So
the
much
time.
fun. The only downside, if you're a student and you're in the student section, they don't let you sit down the entire game. If you sit down, they have like student section leaders and they will come over and yell at you, like, if you don't stand up.
Whoa.
Like, they were intense. And also, it's like so close and you get really sweaty, but they were so much fun. They're electric.
Do people really camp out for the North Carolina games?
Yes.
Like, for a long
Like-
time, right?
Yeah, like almost 2 months before the game. It's crazy.
'Cause,
There's
like,
literally just I don't know, 100 tents set up on campus.
for 2 months.
Yeah.
These are
Maybe a month. Don't quote me on
these
that.
are kids or like randos?
No, they're kids.
Okay.
Yeah, students at Duke. You have to be a student at Duke.
But then what do you do? Like, you never camped out, did you?
No. Athletes, there are some athletes do, but it's athletes who aren't in season. So
Did you ever go to UNC Duke or no?
I honestly don't know. I don't think I did. But yeah, so the students who want to camp, they have to take this like Cam Crazy test. So it's like they all get into the gym and they get this test with a bunch of questions on it, and it's questions about like Duke basketball history. And the people who get the highest scores are then able to tent. So these people will then tent for a month or so, and they have tent checks. So there has to be a certain number of people in your tent during the tent checks, or you guys get kicked out of the tenting.
And then somebody else gets promoted to
Yeah.
tenting?
Yeah,
But you do it just so you can go to the game?
Mm-hmm.
That's wild.
I know. People love it though.
I was gonna say I feel like the environment of like the people that are like it's probably pretty fun.
Yeah.
Like
I mean,
if
you
you're
get
out there,
tent with your best friends, and
except for the fact that it's basketball season, and now that I think about it, you're tenting,
it's in like
and it's like the winter.
February. Yeah,
Yeah, but I guess you're in North Carolina, so it's not
Yeah.
that bad.
it doesn't. Yeah, I
It's
mean,
not-
it gets cold, but nothing
here.
like here. No.
Yeah, that was the only thing I was like, wait, but she's not in New York, so
Yeah. And yeah, like that arena's so like iconic and legendary. And yeah, when I was there, I remember being like, wait, this is it from the outside? Like, this is
Yeah.
Cameron? It just looks like a regular little old.
Yeah,
Stone
it's
building.
Yeah, it's pretty tiny, but it's beautiful and historic. I don't know if they'll ever change it.
Did all the buildings on Duke look the same to you when you first went there?
Yeah,
Dude,
it looks like Hogwarts or something.
I remember-
I love it.
Jay, when I was there, maybe last winter, I had a friend that went to med school there, and we walked on, and I was like, I couldn't imagine being a freshman and being drunk and walking around and have
is
no
true.
idea where it all looks the same.
That is true. That's funny.
Yeah, all looks the same. In high school, because we feel like now, Paul, kids do prioritize travel sports more, or they see that is their pathway to college more than their high school team.
Mhm.
Would you say so?
especially like for the most part, pretty much all sports like that have travel sports.
Did you feel like it was like that when you played?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And I feel like, I mean, I can't speak on other sports, but I know for softball that was definitely a thing. Like travel ball almost seemed like more important. And I think it depends on what you want to do with it, right? Like if you do want to go play at the highest collegiate level, like the team that you play on is going to be important just to help you be ready for college and also be exposed to college coaches. Dang, I lost my train of thought.
Yeah, but with travel, and there are just, I feel like there's new teams every year now
Yeah.
around here or bigger, like showcase type of teams.
I think just even in the time that you've been in college to now, like the last 4 or 5 years, travel ball has taken on a whole different head of steam
Really?
as far as the demands they're asking from kids and whatnot.
And then I feel like high school has come back and almost, I don't know if it's coincidentally because there is money that can be generated or because they, are able to do more. It's like now they are having more off-season workouts, more hitting clinics, more camps. So now it's like kids in here are like, just have my travel team right where I'm paying all year and I have all these commitments in the winter, let's say if I'm softball. And now my high school team is having these same things as well. And it's like from a time standpoint and a body standpoint,
Yeah.
can't do both. It's hard to do both.
Yeah. I can't speak on how it is now, but I know like when I was in high school, like I feel like it was very doable to do both.
Yep.
Like it wasn't anything overwhelming, but I don't know what it's like now.
Yeah, different programs
I
are.
think
Yeah,
different
I'm
programs,
sure.
different schools. It's funny because I was having a conversation with a parent that works out here. Their daughter works out here, and we were talking about they play a fall sport for their school, but they also play travel softball. And there, somebody asked them like, when you have a conflict in your schedule, how do you guys decide? And the woman said to me, she was like, I'm not gonna tell you what you should or shouldn't do, but in their household, because it's all dependent on the person and what you think is priority. But she said in our household, school sports always come first. So if she has a conflict with her travel softball and her fall sport, she's going to go to the fall sport for school, the travel softball second. Now, not everybody's going to do that because I also know a girl from here that played basketball and softball, and then unfortunately didn't play her senior year of softball because of conflicts and issues with the varsity coach that she had. But other than that, she ended up playing rec that year and whatnot and had a great time. But she was like, she was prioritizing basketball because that's what she wanted to play in college.
Yeah.
And she was a senior. So,
Yeah.
I think it's all dependent on the person, where they're at in their life and career and what they want to do with the sport. But yeah, I think
100%.
you have to make the decision, like which one is going to take precedent.
Yeah.
And then you have to stick with that.
100%. I think it was around my eighth grade, 9th grade years when I really decided softball was my main sport. But my 8th grade year I still played basketball and softball, but that's when I stopped playing soccer just because it did run into fall travel softball. And then I continued to play basketball until I was a sophomore in high school. And then I stopped just because softball was kind of taking over, and that I decided I'm playing softball in college. So I knew that had to be my priority. But I think it's so important for kids to play as many sports as they can for as long as they can. I mean, I'm sure you guys can attest to that. But
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, 100%. But then you do have to choose at some point.
Yeah.
When is it time to shift my eggs into one basket more based on your goals? But there's from young ages, just elementary through early high school to middle high school, sophomore in high school. Yeah, just from playing different sports, doing the different movement patterns, being exposed to different groups of people. Yeah, just for your development physically and psychologically. That's it's too good to really pass up if you're able to do multiple things. That's for sure. What are you doing now? So your season just finished. You taking a break? Are you still doing things?
yeah, so I'm not going to hit until November. So I'm taking a 2-month off from swinging, which is
Everybody listen to that.
Yeah.
Every person that plays baseball and softball, listen to that.
Oh, Jay, you just sent us, what's the new MLB rules? Paul, you were in the text too,
They
right?
can't go recruit amateurs from November 1st, I think, till January 1st or something like that. There's a no contact period at all. I read the whole thing. I had just seen it right before Jordan sent it, and I
Yep.
was like, well, I'm going to read it anyway. So, and yeah, it's November 1st, I think, till January 1st. There's a no contact. It might even be February 1st. No contact, and if they are, MLB teams will be fined. They'll lose draft picks. They'll lose all
Dang.
bunch of other stuff.
Oh,
So
wow.
it's because there's so many arm injuries now with pitching that they are like, we need to, and I'm hoping college will do the same thing, like follow suit with what MLB is doing. Whether or not they do is another story.
For looking at high school kids, you're saying it trickles down. Because of what? It forces.
Because now, like, there's like basically in the article it was like this should be a shutdown period.
Right.
Like this should be a period where kids aren't throwing. Kind of like what we've been talking about with kids in here with our throwing readiness program is like this is a period of time where you shouldn't be, throwing a bunch of innings and whatnot. Like you should be prepping your body for the spring and getting ready to go when you're supposed to be throwing.
Is it hard for you to not hit, or are you happy with it right now? Like it's a nice break.
I think my body definitely needs the break. I was starting to feel it during my professional season, just because I've been playing since February. I had my whole long college season and then no break and then right into pro season. So, my hips and legs are definitely feeling it. So I'm happy to give them a little bit of a break and just my mind a break, And then once I get back into it, I think I'll be refreshed and ready to get after it.
The supplement industry is like the Wild West. The lack of regulations mean the supplements you purchase may not even contain the ingredients listed on the label, which is why I get my daily vitamins and supplements from Thorne. Thorne vitamins and supplements are made without compromise. Quality ingredients ensure your body optimally absorbs and digests your daily supplements, while in-house and third-party testing ensure you're getting exactly what you paid for. Thorne offers a variety of health tests reviewed by board-certified physicians that evaluate your lifestyle, gut health, sleep, stress hormones, and metabolic markers to determine which vitamins and supplements may be most effective in helping you feel and perform better throughout the day. For college and professional athletes, Thorne has NSF-certified supplements that make sure you won't get pop positive on a drug test. Whether you're an athlete, professional, parent, grandparent, or weekend warrior, Thorne's selection of high-quality supplements can help improve your quality of life. Switch to Thorne's high-quality and extensively tested supplements today at thorne.com/u/CDSF. That's thorne.com/u/CDSF. This episode of Off Exit 10 is brought to you by Drink Alchemy. Fatigue and brain fog affect us all, destroying everything we pursue. Whether as an athlete, artist, creator, or entrepreneur, our mind holds the key to performing optimally. By combining the most potent organic nootropics found in nature, Drink Alchemy delivers sustainable boost to creativity, memory, energy, and focus in one epic beverage. Stop pumping your body full of excessive amounts of caffeine and unknown proprietary blends from other energy drinks, and get clean energy from Drink Alchemy's natural nootropics like lion's mane, L-theanine, and caffeine from green tea. Used by Olympians, D1 athletes, MMA fighters, and entrepreneurs, Drink Alchemy has become a huge part of my daily routine, making sure I'm functioning optimally during long days of coaching athletes, running CDSF, and getting in quality workouts myself. So do yourself a favor and ditch the energy drinks loaded with caffeine, other stimulants, and who knows what else, and head over to drinkalchemy.com today. Live with your mind unbound and save 10% off your order by using code CDSF at checkout. That's drinkalchemy.com, promo code CDSF for 10% off your order today. Did you have, or at what point in your career did you feel like you started to understand or appreciate like less is more with things? Like I don't need to do a million swings every day, take a million ground balls. Because when you're younger, and especially with a work ethic like you and a mentality of I want to better myself, I was there. It's like I just want to keep going because I have goals and because I want to be actively doing something to pursue them. Yeah. At what point did you realize that, or is that still hard for you?
It is definitely still hard for me, but I would say my senior year in college is definitely where I actually like kind of bought into that and tried it. Like before I still am like a grinder, but like I would not take a day off, and like I would have to hit on my own for like an hour every day, or else I felt like I wasn't going to have success, which is not true at all.
No, it's a psychological thing with somebody who is type A, who is driven, who is motivated. I'm like that with work still. Paul can attest. Sometimes I'll do things just because I get a dopamine hit from doing things. And it's like, I probably don't need to be doing these things right now. And it's this battle in my head. It's like,
there's a lot of times that I'm looking at, I'm like, why the fuck are you doing that? I'm like, whatever. I'm gonna like, it's not hindering anybody else. And he could go home right now, but he's going to do this. So whatever, he can do it. But I've already told him 3 times to go home.
But it's that same thing as taking reps.
It's also similar, like, when I think about the fitness industry, it's similar to those like people that feel like I can't take a day off from working out because they feel like they didn't accomplish something, or they did, and it's like you can go accomplish something else. Doesn't have to be that. Or like I loved when we had Dags on, and he's like, you don't need to pick up a basketball to get better at basketball.
Yeah.
Like
That's-
just like for you, like you don't need to pick up a bat or
True.
a softball or your glove to get better at it.
Mhm.
Now, at some point you do, but like you don't have to do it every day.
Yeah.
And I think that learning that less is more sometimes is good. But there is a time where more is more too.
Yeah, there's times where you just got to work.
Right.
Especially at younger ages when you're just getting into it. Like you need to build this work ethic and ability to like
Yes.
physically and mentally just tolerate doing a lot of things.
And get your reps
100%.
in.
Yeah.
Like you got to get your reps in. If you don't
Yeah.
get your reps in, like I was just listening to Tom Brady talk about how at Michigan he used to say like would complain to the coaches that the first string guy's getting 20 reps, the second string guy's getting 10 reps, I'm only getting 2. Like how am I supposed to show that I can do this without that? And then the coach was like, go out there and make those 2 reps your best 2 reps. And then so he did that, and then 2 reps turned into 4 and the 10 and whatever. But it was also talking about how he had to do more stuff on his own because he wasn't getting those reps in practice. So like if you're not
Yeah.
getting reps in games or in practice, you got to do some more stuff on your own.
100%.
And that's where the grind mentality comes in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do think like you get out of it what you put into it. You know, like
Yes.
you're not just gonna go out there and be a great softball player because you want to be, or because you have a little bit of talent.
Yeah.
You know, like I think fundamentals are so important, and like honing in on the fundamentals when you are practicing. Because if you can't catch and throw a ball, then you're not gonna be good at the sport. And I think just always quality over quantity. Like
Yeah.
just being very precise in your work and having intention behind your practice and what you're doing will get you a lot farther than just going out there and taking a million reps that are lazy,
Well, that's one of the things I talk about, especially with the baseball, softball players in here, is like you take 150 swings, how many are good swings? Right? Now, if you take 50 good ones, is that better than 150 crappy ones? Like that's where it's like intent and quality matter more than quantity. So that I love that you said that.
Yeah. More name the sport, but softball, baseball.
Softball, baseball, volleyball, football, it doesn't matter
Every
what it is.
sport.
Like
Yeah.
every sport. Quality,
Yeah.
quality and intent matter more than quantity.
Yeah. Need
Like-
to hear it. And then that front too, how has your strength training changed over the years? Was Duke like a whole different thing, or
Yeah.
No.
So I had a couple of different strength coaches at Duke. And I'll just go back to like whenever I started lifting.
yeah?
Like I think I started lifting when I was in 9th grade. And it was all like ego lifting. It was like how much can I lift?
Yeah.
Like how heavy can I bench press?
Yeah.
How heavy can I squat? And like it wasn't translating into my sport, which is why like I needed some guidance like from you guys, for example, like writing me workouts that are functional and specific to my sport, which also my strength coaches at Duke did an amazing job. A lot of functional like one-legged movements, balance stuff, core stability, and then explosive work. Maybe you're not lifting as heavy as you can, but you're lifting the weight you are lifting as fast as you can. And I do think there's a time and place to lift very heavy, like
Yes.
when you're in your off season and you want to gain a lot of strength. But then in season is more explosive, lighter weight, just moving weight fast.
Yeah,
and then
There's a time and place in the season, the year, to lift heavy, and there's a time and place in your career where that's more of a priority to do it safely, right? Like when you're a high schooler and you can't deadlift 135, it's like, well, that's a big bucket we got to fill.
Yeah.
We got work to do. We're going to do this to help you get stronger in your lower body. That'll improve your force production. That will help you put on weight and muscle mass, and that's going to improve your sport. But then as you get older and you've already built that baseline of strength and put on more muscle tissue, and you're just getting older in your career, so you want to manage the load on your body better, you have to be able to prioritize different things, whether it's single leg, whether it's your mobility, and something like softball that's so rotational. I think that's a big piece. Stuff
Yeah.
in the gym to be able to translate to, can your hips rotate? Can you separate? Yeah, I think that's a big thing.
Yeah, a lot of rotational work. And then we did some speed work at Duke. a lot of like banded sprints. But I love hill sprints. I don't know. I feel like those have helped me gain speed over the past couple years.
I wish when we had our outdoor speed camp, I had somewhere to do hill sprints.
Somebody said in here last week, I wish you had a hill. Yeah, I think with the hill sprint, it's just like you're decreasing the load on like the patellar tendon, the anterior knee. I can do more. My quads get kind of less.
It's built-in resistance without resistance.
And you get that as well, right,
like,
Paul?
That's like the biggest thing is like it's doing banded sprints or sled sprints, but without having to have the band or weight because you're running uphill. And then it is working on like, you know, your dorsiflexion, taking stress off the patella and like all that kind of stuff too. But like as far as like for me as like the speed agility coach and whatnot, and like trying to get that stuff for people is like I'll do the bands and stuff to try to simulate that. But like if I could just have kids just literally race each other up a hill, that's probably going to get them just as much as me doing a banded sprint, if not more, because now they're competing against each other. So like that's one of the things that with our camps and the speed agility camp is like trying to put them in competition somehow, because if you compete, you're going to want to move faster.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, the ego lifting's true though. I mean, we see that with high schools.
Yeah.
And like, lifting in school.
We see with college kids.
And college kids as well. Yeah. Males more than females, but.
Yes. Oh yeah. College, like very few females in college are ego lifting in here at least. Definitely more males ego lifting in here. And then they realize like, oh wow, I can do this weight for a squat, but I can't lunge 135 pounds. I'm like, yeah, that's a problem. You can squat 400 pounds, but you can't lunge, you know, a 50-pound goblet squat, split squat.
What's your favorite lift? Do you have one?
I love hip thrusts.
That's one where the ego can take over.
No, it definitely can.
But that's a safe ego lift.
It's safer than a deadlift or squat ego lift.
It's really hard to hurt yourself doing that.
Yeah, I used to love trap bar deadlift, but I feel like I was having back problems from it. I don't know if I was doing it wrong or I don't know, but I stopped doing that a couple years ago, and I like haven't had back problems. But yeah, I love a good hip thrust.
Yeah, it's good to hear too. Like you don't have to squat, you don't have to deadlift, you don't have to. There's many other ways, and if your spine doesn't tolerate it well, or you're hitting a lot during the same time period.
Like, it could be a combination of all those things. Like your spine may not tolerate it well. You're also swinging, you know, however many swings you were doing, and then you're throwing in like a heavier deadlift. It's like, your back's probably not gonna like you very much.
Yeah, reverse lunges are up there too.
Yeah,
what about Bulgarians? What squats?
Those are good. They burn.
Dan loves those.
But no, I do like those too.
Dan loves them.
Yeah.
They used to be my least favorite, and then I was doing like step ups one day, and I said no. Step ups are the worst. I hate step ups.
Just mentally,
mentally, it's just
I just like everything.
It's just so
I love lifting.
It takes too much time. I'm like 8 reps on each side takes way too much time on step ups. A Bulgarian split squat, I can move through 8 reps a lot faster, even if it's heavier. I don't know.
Yeah.
Mentally, I'm like, I don't want to hold this weight any longer. I'm done.
Yeah. So, all right, a break right now. Are you lifting right now?
Yeah. Well, I just started like a week and a half ago. I took like a week off.
Were you able to train at all during the softball season or no?
It was tough because we were in hotels and we had the hotel gyms, which we could use whenever we wanted, but those only had dumbbells, which worked fine. And then there were a couple places where we went and they had like a gym available for us to use, like an actual gym. But it was just hard to get over there because I didn't have a car.
Right.
So I'd have to Uber or catch a ride. And yeah, it was kind of tough in the summer to kind of train like that. So I'm like kind of easing back into that just so I'm not like, you know, killing my body.
Yeah. Was this always the goal when you were at Duke though? Like to be able to play in this league?
It was definitely a dream of mine. I never really knew if it would be possible just because there is like, I mean, only 12 girls got drafted in one draft. So it's like a very slim chance, but...
Because what do they do? I saw the video. It's like the golden...
Yeah, they just started that this year, the golden ticket.
Which means now you're eligible for the draft?
Yeah. So they kind of asked earlier in the year, like, if you wanted to play and if you were available, like during the summer to play. So then that was kind of like... I think I like was informed that in like March. So that's when I knew like I had a chance to play in the league, but I wasn't sure yet.
Yep.
So then when they gave me the golden ticket, that was like the real thing when I knew I was going to be in the draft.
It's like Willy Wonka golden ticket. You know?
Yeah, literally.
It's the first thing I thought of. I was like, so like Willy Wonka?
Is there more money, or just depend who you are, in college softball as a player or in this league?
Depends on who you are and where you go.
Right.
100%. Like, for me, I made more money during the pro league than I did from college. Well, I mean, if you're not counting my scholarship.
Right.
I just mean like extra money, I would say.
Yep.
But if you went to like a big SEC school, I'm sure you made that in like a year. So it really
where's the most
depends.
money? SEC?
SEC.
Yeah.
For sure.
100% by far.
Especially now with all the conference realignment. Like,
Well, Texas Tech, then SEC.
yeah. Well, they're not SEC?
I think they're big. I don't know, honestly.
Texas A&M moved to SEC. I don't know if Texas Tech did, though.
I don't think so.
I don't
They
think
weren't
so.
this past year, at least.
Is that the rain that I hear? Holy shit.
Yeah.
This
I
coming
was
down.
wondering if that was just my.
No, that's
I was like, what am I hearing? And then I looked up and I saw the rain outside and I was like, oh, it's pouring. Yeah, and I would imagine that over time, as long as the league continues to grow, your earning potential at the professional level may not be like in 1 year, but over the course of time is going to be higher than it is in college.
Yeah, they've already talked about like percent increases for next year and how hopefully that just continues year after year.
What do you have to drive? You have to drive people to games, viewership on television.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, there was a lot of games that we had that were sellouts, which was really cool to see. But yeah, social media following, stuff like that.
and MLB invested now too.
Yeah.
In it,
Well,
right?
that's awesome.
So that was a big thing. 'Cause
huge step.
I think I just saw I was looking up stuff and games are broadcast on MLB Network, that's awesome. So get that spread
Yeah,
out
we
more.
had a handful of games were on ESPN.
I saw a
or
few of those.
ESPN2
I
or
tried to see
something.
if they were yours. They weren't.
Yeah.
I didn't. When I was watching, it wasn't your game, and I was like,
Yeah.
well, I wanted to watch Anna. This is not what I wanted to watch, but I
Next
watched
time.
it. I watched it anyway.
But the teams will stay the same. You'll be on the same team next year.
We're not sure yet.
Right.
They have like a whole redraft process. And we should find out within the next couple of months what team we're on. So
So
that'll be cool to see because we have no clue as of right now.
So there's not like you don't have like do you have a contract with the league or is it with the team?
The league.
The league.
Right.
Yeah.
And then from there it goes like they either do like a redraft type thing.
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah, and I'm sure we're hoping in the future that it'll be like it will be with the teams. Like you'll be with this team for the next however many years,
Right,
just like in baseball.
yeah,
You
Right.
know?
any other professional
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
sport where you sign a contract with that team and
Yeah.
then you're like, okay, I know where I am unless they trade me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, what women's league professionally has been around the longest? WNBA?
WNBA, I think.
Yeah.
But I can look it up. The longest professional women's league besides like tennis.
Probably
Yes.
WNBA.
Yep. WNBA.
When was that?
1996.
Which like is fairly recent.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1996, and then they had like I was reading something about they had this like spike in the early years, and then something happened with like the marketing and everything, and it just dropped right off, and that's why they've been part of the reason why they've been set back for as long as they have. Now just bank on Caitlin Clark, dude. Use her. And
Well, that's what you need.
Get as much money to that league as you can. She may not be. She's great. She may not be the best player, but she's the most marketable.
That's what's done, right? Like they got to market you. They got to market specific girls to draw
Yeah.
the interest of younger girls and have them be role models like a Caitlin Clark, like people do with the MLB. And
Yeah.
That's how they did it with the NBA. Like they marketed Magic Johnson and
yeah,
Larry Bird, and then eventually Michael Jordan, and then it took off. So hopefully that'll happen with women's sports as well.
Yeah. Now there has been a couple other professional softball leagues before this, but no one really knows about them. They're kind of like they're just not to the extent of what Athletes Unlimited is like and has been this year. So we're hoping that it just continues to, be on the incline, which it looks like it is.
it's fun. It's fun to travel, go to different places. I mean, you do that in college, probably traveling. You guys flew everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is nice.
actually the oldest professional women's league. It's not around anymore. The All-American Girls Professional Baseball League was from 1943 to 1954 and was a
That was-
historical forerunner.
That movie, oh my gosh.
With Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
A League of Their Own.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
League
There
of
we
Their
go,
Own.
Jay.
God damn it.
Thank you.
I'm really upset with myself. I'm sorry, everybody.
Are you a movies person or a TV person more, or neither?
I would probably say like a TV series, you mean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I would say a series just because a movie is only an hour or two and I want more of it.
Yeah, I always need a series going, which I don't have. What are you doing now?
Stick. It's with Owen Wilson,
Yeah,
I think
that's
his
the
name is.
golf one?
Yeah, the golfing one.
Was
It's
that,
a little corny, but
was that influenced by your boyfriend?
yes,
I
it
was gonna say.
was. Shout out Jordan. That's my boyfriend's name.
I-
Also this guy's name.
What's it on?
I've been, Apple?
Apple TV.
Yeah. That was one I was that's on my list. That's on my list. What am I watching right now?
I want to do. I haven't started it. It's Jason Bateman and Jude Law. Somebody told me about that.
That just came out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Black Rabbit.
Black
Yes.
Rabbit, yeah.
You do it? No, Paul.
I haven't
I
started it
haven't.
yet.
No.
I do want to watch that though. What am I watching right now? There's something I'm watching. I can't think of it off the top of my head though.
Is Stick funny or is it serious?
No, it's funny.
It's funny.
It's a little cheesy, but I like
Yeah, but
I like that.
Did you like Ted Lasso?
I don't know. I don't think I watched it.
Okay. No, that's like cheesy sports comedy too.
I think
So
it's kind of
curious.
like in that same
Yeah.
realm.
Yeah. What did I just do? I have nothing right now.
Yeah, I can't think of like what I have.
Oh, you know what I'm doing now? And it's corny. It's cheesy. Is Only Murders in the Building. It's Steve Martin and Martin Short and Selena Gomez. Yeah, that's what I'm doing right
There's-
now.
Right now is a tough time for me to catch up on any TV series because there's just too many sports things going on.
Mhm.
Yankees are in it. Football's on like 3 days a week. I just can't. I only have so many hours in the day.
Do you watch baseball or no?
Not really.
I don't. Yeah.
Mike
I
doesn't really watch
don't.
sports
I
that
just
much.
I like watching games when like I know people
hmm
are playing.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I probably should watch some more, but
Yeah.
it's okay.
There's other things you can do.
Yeah.
And then you don't get emotionally invested like me.
Okay,
But like I
Cowboys
do
fan?
like I'd much rather. I mean, I'm sure this is anyone actually.
What?
But like I'll watch a game if I go to it. Obviously, like I'll be way more interested in it than watching on
Mhm.
TV. But I feel like that goes for anyone.
For the most part, yeah, I think you're more likely to be engaged if you're there.
Yeah, just like with whatever free time I have, I'm like, I don't know if I can sit here and give myself 2 hours to watch this.
But then he'll watch 8 episodes of a series that's and it takes him 9 hours to watch it.
Good point, Paul.
Because that's what I was gonna say before. It was like, I used to be more of a movie person. I'm probably a little more of a TV series person. But that's because I don't want to commit 2 hours to a movie. But then I'll commit 4 to a TV series in one sitting, and I go, I should have just watched the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you get sucked in.
Yeah, because they leave you with the cliffhangers, and you're like,
Yeah,
and then Netflix releases the whole series, and you're like, well, it's there.
literally.
I don't have to wait
And
a
then
week
you
for the
lose
next one.
track of time, and you're like,
Yeah.
where did it go?
It's-
Where'd all the time go?
It's 3 days later, and you're like, oh, I'm still watching the same series.
Yeah, that's real. Junior year, you said, is when you feel like you were in a slump and that was the hardest. What things did you do to help pull yourself out mentally, or realizations that you have, or things that you have adjusted from a psychological standpoint that are still like with you today?
Yeah, I feel like the way I handled it in the moment was kind of like what we talked about earlier. Like, I wanted to do more. Like,
Yeah.
I was in the cages more. Like, I was just trying to do whatever I could to try to make me not struggle anymore, but like in a physical way.
Mm-hmm.
Like after games, I would go back in the cages, and like I would always ask my coaches for extra reps, and like I just like would not give myself a break. Like I was so consumed by softball. Like it was just softball, softball, softball. That's like all I was doing. That's all that was on my mind 24/7, and that's just not the way to go about it. And I feel like I really didn't get free of that until my senior year. Because I was like, I did not want my senior year to go the way that it did last year, my junior year. Like, I just want to enjoy it. I want to have fun, because this could possibly be the last time that I play a softball game. Fortunately for me, it wasn't, but it could have been. So I made it really a priority to have fun my senior year and just enjoy myself, enjoy my teammates, and laugh a lot, and finding my identity like outside of the sport.
Well, that's important.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's really important. Was that hard for you to like? I mean, softball's obviously still a huge part of you, but to start to say I'm a softball player, but also I enjoy doing this.
Yeah. Yeah, I think at first it was hard for me because I feel like I played softball my whole entire life, and like I feel like that's who I've been like a really great softball player my whole life, and that's kind of like how I labeled myself. But really I'm a daughter of the Lord, and I'm a daughter of my parents and a sister and a friend, and it's so much more than just a softball player. So kind of like zooming out and getting that perspective, I think, was very helpful. You know, when I left the softball field, like softball time was over.
Yeah.
Like I'm on it now.
Yeah, that's so important. I mean, in any aspect of life, to see yourself as more than just like I'm this thing.
Right.
I'm this thing. I'm a business owner. I'm a strength coach. Then I got to pull back. It's like I'm a husband.
Yeah.
I'm a father. I'm a friend. Hard to do.
Especially like when, you know, being obviously, you know, you just finished college and like that's been your life. And we talked about it before getting on about, you know, professional athletes that play, you know, from the time they're 5 until they're 35. So 30 years they're playing a sport. And it's like, what do you do after that? Who am I after that?
Yeah.
And like sometimes some athletes figure it out. And luckily for you, like you were able to, you know, step back for a moment and give yourself time to recognize that. And now it's probably going to make you an even better softball player.
But to detach from that, and you're still, how old are you?
23.
I mean, you're still so young. But to understand these principles, like to detach from that, what you identify in terms of your activities and your passions and this, but to also like remove yourself from like selfishness, I think is equal. And I mean, I'm still working on that, but I think that's so important. And sometimes life forces you to, like, you know, whatever you have, you know, the trouble in your life, or you have a kid, or you open a business, and you go, oh, whoa, like, if I just have this tunnel vision on for what's making me happy and I'm putting myself as the priority, like it's going to make things a lot more difficult around me.
100%. I remember, I think it was my dad talking to me during, you know, when I was struggling, and like I wanted to give up. And like he could tell that I was just so down, and he was like, this is not fair to your teammates or your coaches. Like you're being selfish right now. Like in all honesty, like all I cared about was my performance, how I was doing on the field, instead of different ways how I could help my team, you know, like being a teammate, just picking up, like, or being there for them, picking them up. Instead, I was like so in my own world. So definitely my dad helped me through that time a lot.
Did you feel like too, in those times you were struggling, obsessed with your softball performance, those are the thoughts in your head so much that it then took away from all those other aspects of you and your life and your interactions with others?
100%. I feel like it was just clouded around me. Like everything else was clouded around me, and like I had like tunnel vision for softball and my performance, which is not a good thing to have.
No, and that's but that's real though. I mean, I think that's something we all struggle with in different ways.
Right. It's finding the balance of being selfish and selfless. Like that's really what it is. It's like because you do have to be a little selfish in life, but at the same time you have to understand that like in order to really reach your results that you want to get, you have to have a support system around you, and you have to also support other people. And that's one of the things, like when I talk with kids about their recruiting, is I'm like, a lot of the times once they see you play and they're coming to another game, they're not coming to see you play now. They're coming to see how you interact, how you react when something bad happens, how you talk to your parents, how you talk to your teammates, like all those little things. And that's where they will oftentimes make that decision, like this is the girl I want on my team, or this is the boy I want on my team, because not only is he a good player, but he's a good teammate, and he could be a captain in the future, or she could be a captain in the future. And like I'm sure when you were in high school, like those things emulated, and then you go through a slump and sometimes you lose a little bit of that and you go, I need to get better, because you think you getting better is going to help everybody else.
Yeah,
When you helping everybody else could help you get better.
100%.
This episode of Off Exit 10 is brought to you by Anchor and the all-new Anchor Pro, crafted to endure the most high-performance workouts without the high cost and space requirements of a standard cable machine. Named the best portable cable machine by Men's Health Home Gym Awards, Anchor provides the full functionality of a cable machine in one small space-saving unit. Designed with user-friendliness in mind, Anchor can simply be attached to any squat rack or placed on any wall in your home gym using its intuitive sliding track mount. With up to 65 pounds of resistance, Anchor is built for high speed and controlled exercises alike, from cable presses and rows to chops and lifts. The Anchor has been a game changer for us here at CDSF, and now you can enjoy the same professional quality cable machine in your own home gym by heading over to anchortraining.com and using code CDSF10 for 10% off your order today. Get all the benefits of a cable machine without the high cost and installation fees. Enjoy the portable luxury and space-saving performance of Anchor today by going to anchortraining.com and using code CDSF10 at checkout. That's anchortraining.com, promo code CDSF10 for 10% off your order today. This episode of Off Exit 10 is brought to you by Bombas. Bombas makes my favorite pair of socks, hands down, alongside the most comfortable and durable underwear, t-shirts, and other everyday clothing staples. Their wide variety of sock lengths, colors, and patterns have you covered, whether you're working out, going out, or lounging at home. I love the merino wool blend athletic ankle sock for long days of coaching at CDSF and getting in workouts myself. And if I'm at home doing work around the house, you better believe I'm wearing my Bombas Sunday slippers with their comfy memory foam midsole. And when you buy from Bombas, you're also buying for those in need. For every item you purchase, Bombas donates one item to people in overnight shelters, transitional living facilities, rehab centers, Title I schools, and medical service professionals. Take my word, if you want to upgrade your sock game to one that's more comfortable, durable, fashionable, and charitable, head over to the Bombas link in this episode's description to browse their full collection of everyday wear, and don't forget to use code CDSF20 for 20% off your first order. Did you ever slump in high school, though?
Probably for a game or two. I don't know if it ever lasted too
Yeah.
long.
Because what? Did you miss any high school years because of COVID or no? Like not being able to play?
My junior year.
I was going to say junior year, probably,
Yeah,
right?
my junior year. All junior year.
Yeah, so I mean, it's good that you committed before then. Imagine that.
I know. Yeah, that would have been stressful.
Yeah, crap. Yeah, those years all just do blur together. So next year, did you say the league is going to play the same way, or people may have home bases? Like this is where our team's
They're
looking.
looking to have home bases. We aren't really sure yet where they're going to be, if it's really going to happen. It's kind of just a waiting game for us to see what the future is going to look like. But yeah, because this year no one had a home base. It was just pick up your stuff, literally live in a suitcase for 2 months, and travel every 4 or 5 days.
Did you go home after? Did you come back here after college or no? It was right on the road.
No, it was right from Duke to spring training in Chicago.
Whoa. Yeah, that's long. How do you handle social media? Are you on it a lot? Do you try not to?
I feel like I'm probably on it more than I should.
We all are.
We all
Yeah.
are. Mm-hmm.
But I try to fill like my social media time with like productive things.
Yeah.
So, or just things that like aren't gonna really rot my brain, I guess. Like I have a lot of cooking and baking like on my feeds, a lot of like nutrition, lifting, softball stuff. 'Cause it can be pretty toxic out there.
Very much so.
Yeah.
What was the first social media you remember getting?
I think I got Snapchat and Instagram at the same time in 8th grade, because that's when I was allowed to get it. But yeah, I can't imagine like with TikTok now. I feel like kids get it so young, and I'm like, my kid's not having TikTok or an iPad until
and it's like extreme, but we don't even post our kid on the internet.
I was gonna say I don't even.
People don't even know I have
I
a kid
didn't know
unless
you
they
had a
like
kid.
know me.
Well,
Yeah,
congrats.
thanks. Yeah, but it's like, yeah, we don't even post her because first off, it's like once that goes up there, it's anybody's and everybody's, and I don't need that for her until she understands what that means to put yourself on the internet. But also, yeah, just setting the precedent to like, at what point are we going to allow her to. She's super young right now,
Yeah.
so that's not even a thought. But yeah, I couldn't imagine. I mean, yeah, you open up TikTok when you're 10 and like shit you're gonna see.
God knows what.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's impact. But even from like a mental health standpoint, in terms of just like kids are in general, or probably girls more than boys in your teenage years, are fucking mean to each other. So that opens up that whole
Yeah.
aspect as well.
No, literally, I go through like people's comments and I'm like, someone really like typed that out and pressed like send?
You don't get bad comments though, do you?
No,
Okay.
I really don't. I also, I don't know. I feel like I don't like post my whole life on social media. Like I try to keep it pretty classy and like kind of private. But no, I don't get any hate comments yet. Luckily,
That's also the
knock
why.
on wood.
That's also the why we don't post our kid, because I don't want to be with her, and in my head I'm just thinking, oh, this would be cute to post. This would be fun to post. People will
Yeah.
like this. And then I post it, and then I'm with my kid, and then I'm getting notifications because people
Yeah.
are liking what I put up, and it's like, how much brain real estate and time did I just take away from
That's so
actually
true.
being present
Yeah.
with her? It's like I just don't want to open up that door either. And teach their own. Some people do, but staying
Yeah,
away
no,
from
I
it.
get that 100%. I feel like, no, like I know people who are just like constantly on their phones, like taking video, taking pictures. And I'm like, I'm happy I'm not like, no, not to judge anyone or
No, not to
anything,
judge.
but like I'm happy I don't feel the need to do that just because I feel like I am able to enjoy the moment a little bit more.
I think going forward, I see it in here with kids, I see it with my friends. I think in the workplace, and probably in other aspects too, the biggest trait that is going to help someone to be successful is just the ability to be present in the moment, because there is so much distraction on your phone, which then leads to distraction in your head, which then makes it harder to be present.
I was gonna say, one of the things that I think about with like cell phones and being in the moment and all that is how I think about, because I'm a big football fan, the picture of Devin Hester when he turned the kick for a touchdown in the beginning of the Super Bowl. If you watch like the video of it, it's flashes and cameras everywhere, just cameras going off. Like literally, you probably could turn the lights out in the stadium and it would be bright because of all the flashes and cameras. You'll never see that ever again. You'll never see that again because everybody's who has a camera with a flash on it now. You're
Yeah.
never gonna see that ever again, and that's everybody being in the moment and being like, "Oh my God, I need this. I need to capture this and have this." And then like you watch that and you see everything going off, and you're like it's cool. Like we went to a Kendrick Lamar concert where everybody puts their phones up and lights up the stadium. Like that's cool and whatnot, but it's not the same as like one specific moment that we'll never see again. And like you watch it back and it's like you literally see the whole crowd. Everybody's just like, or just any old video of people are like just like
Or
actually
before
watching.
there was phones, like the
Yeah.
like the MJ shot in the playoffs, like not a single phone.
Yeah.
Everybody's just watching it with their own eyes. Are you still are you a country music person?
Yeah, I do like country music.
That's one thing over the years on, all right, early we always ask everybody, what's
Yeah.
your type of music you like? Every kid that's been through these doors years, I probably can
That's
remember
crazy.
what their type of music is.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm actually, Brandon Lake, I'm going to a concert next week. He's more like worship music,
Okay.
country music. So I'm excited for that.
Where is that?
It's in Miami, actually.
Oh, nice.
That'll
Yeah.
be nice.
Nice little trip. Who else do you like country-wise?
I've always been a Morgan Wallen fan. Luke Bryan, Luke Combs, Zach Brown Band. Kind of like just classic country pop.
Yeah.
We were talking about yesterday in here, who was because country and hip hop are very much intertwined now. Like Big X the Plug. Like when did that start? Who was like Morgan Wallen's beats have always been more like hip hoppy. Did he start it or did it start before him?
Like as far as a country artist doing it,
I like blending
I
those
mean-
two genres.
Nelly.
Nelly and Tim McGraw
Whoa.
literally
Yeah.
did had a number one
Oh,
song.
I forgot about that. That had to be early 2000s, right?
Nelly is probably the first one because Nelly like put country music samples into his songs because like that's what he was a country guy.
Over and Over? What was that song
Yes.
called?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Whoa.
They were probably that was the first one I remember. Like really like that crossover of like, and then there would be like few here and there that would pop up and whatnot. But that's the most distinct one I can think of. But Morgan, as far as like an artist, like doing it all the time, Morgan Wallen's probably like the most popular one that uses like hip hop beats in a country song.
I'm able to do when you were here. I couldn't stand country on it.
Really?
I couldn't do it. Yeah, as I get older, I'm like able to enjoy it more. I don't know. I'm just like
He's opened his horizons, Anna.
I have, Paul. We
I
golfed.
love
I told
that.
you to put
I love
on
that.
country.
Yep. That's
Wow.
I listen to it all, so
Yeah, I'll do Morgan
Having
Wallen.
an open mind.
Yeah, I'll do Luke Combs. I'll do like Shabuzi. He counts.
yeah, he counts.
Yeah,
He
I'll do
counts, even though some
Shabuzi.
people don't want to say he does. He counts.
I like
fine.
I like Jelly Roll. He seems
Oh,
cool
yeah.
as shit.
Jelly Roll's
No,
awesome.
he's good too.
I was listening to or watching a guy talk about like, I forget who it was that helped him with his like weight loss journey, and like, dude, that guy, kudos to him for like doing it, because like he basically was like, my music is like affecting people, and like I physically go to bed afraid that I'm not gonna wake up.
Dang.
But he had to like sleep. He was so heavy he had to sleep on his side with things like propping him up, because if
Oh
he
my
slept on
God.
his back, he would like suffocate. Yeah.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah, and then he like lost a bunch of weight. So he's really Jelly Roll's awesome. But yeah, there's a lot of really good artists out right now. Like a lot of good country artists, so keep listening to country music,
If I
everybody.
listen to music, it's that.
Yeah.
I really don't listen to music often.
Like
I don't know. I'm weird.
Like before a game, you're not.
Okay, before a game, I might throw on a little rap.
Mm-hmm.
I like Rod Wave. I don't know if you guys.
All
know
I
what
think
I'm
about is
about.
Anthony.
We know about Rod Wave because we had a guy in the podcast. I don't know when, last year, and he just told us how Rod Wave is so sad all the time.
Yeah,
But you're okay with that?
yeah. He's one of my favorite artists, honestly. Besides, the country, but yeah, I'll listen to him before games and a little bit of Eminem,
Okay.
Yep.
a little bit of Drake. Yeah, I wouldn't say country music before a game,
Mhm.
but
Do you have an at-bat song, a walk-up song?
yeah, it was God Is by Kanye.
Is that on the Blue CD album? What's that?
Yeah.
What's the blue one
I'm
called?
not
Is that-
sure.
That's not Ye, is it?
Jesus is king.
Jesus
Jesus
is
is King.
Mm.
Yeah.
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 Ye's a blue cover, not a blue CD.
Yeah, the Blue CD.
Yeah.
That's Jesus is King.
Yeah, that's Jesus
Mm-hmm.
is King.
That was it in college, and that was your walk-up?
That
now
was
too?
it during my pro season. I wanted that in at Duke my senior year, but they said no more Kanye.
I mean, Kanye's
So
like...
I had to, which
gonna-
I
I mean,
understand, but like it's a
it's a
really good song.
It's a song.
It's a really good song.
Yeah.
So I was sad about that, but then I changed it to, oh my gosh, what was it? It's like God is good all the time.
That's what
I can't remember. who
Nobles
it's
told
by.
us about that song when
Really?
he was on.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. I don't know the name of it.
He definitely did tell us about that.
Were you gonna come during the Nobles one at any point?
He invited me like the day before, and I was
He-
like,
Anna.
if you gave me a little bit of notice, I would.
Me too. He texted me at like 10 p.m. the night before.
Really?
I don't know what it said. It was like, yo, I'm bringing like a special guest. And I was like, you gonna tell me? And he's like, nah. And I was like,
He's so funny.
and I was like, okay,
We were
sure.
like, we were
I
like
also
running
just
through the
got
list.
home for the first time since December, like after like 8 months or 7 months of being
Yeah.
away from home.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know who I'm dealing with here. I don't know if I want to put them on the air, but okay, Nobles, I'll trust you. So I was like, is it like
we're like, is it Stelz?
our old high school coach? I was like, is it Evan Fox? I was like, who else knows both of us?
Yeah.
Oh, Nobles,
That was a fun
He's
podcast.
awesome.
He's a good
Oh
dude.
my gosh, I could imagine.
good dude.
Because we've known of
Him
him
since
or
high school.
known him since like high school, but like
Really?
never really like sat down like that and like talked to him, because
Yeah.
he's friends with like our high school coach.
Yeah, he coached Troy when we were in high
Yeah.
school, so we would play against him.
Gotcha,
and then
Then
we sat down with him like, dude, this guy's awesome.
dude. Yeah, he's the best.
yeah, kind dude. What's the craziest environment you ever played in? Craziest
Hmm.
crowd?
Honestly, Mizzou. My junior year, we played our super regional there, and it was 4,000 Mizzou fans and like 50 Duke fans, and their stands were like right on top of the field, and they were so loud the whole entire game. Like I could not talk to the person next to me without like having to scream to hear, like for them to hear me. It was
Was
so
the place
loud.
shaking?
Yeah, basically.
Is that what it feels like at a Duke basketball game? Because that place is small. The ceiling's like
Yeah.
low.
I could imagine.
That's got to be.
if you were to compare, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the World Series was unreal. Like, there were, I think, 12,000 fans there or something, and you just look up and you're like, holy crap, I'm
That's a
at
lot.
the World Series.
That's a lot of people.
But at Mizzou was surprisingly louder than that.
Well, I think also the venue plays a role in that too. Like,
Yeah.
if it's a smaller venue, so then it obviously looks like there's more fans there than there necessarily is. How they structure it, so the acoustics of it. But I just remember listening to Pierce talk about after Florida won the national championship,
He played there.
and he played against Florida, and they were doing the Gator, and he's like, dude, I'm in the bullpen and the ground is shaking.
Oh my God.
Meanwhile, he's going up against like 4 future MLB players.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
That's crazy.
that's got to be a lot of fun, just being in any environment like that, whether it's Missouri or Cameron Indoor. And
You just got to
whatnot.
tune it out, though, right? Or you can't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to tune it out. It's like, I think you learn over time to do that. Like, I remember, I think my freshman year we played at Florida, and that was the biggest stadium I played at with most fans, and like, I was shaking in my boots, like compared to, go to my senior year. Like, I played in environments like that before, and like, you like get used to it, honestly.
That's one of the things I think as a fan watching like pro players, especially like baseball, where like the game's a little bit slower and everything, and you see Aaron Judge out there in right field, and everybody is watching him, and he's just like, nah, I'm just here playing baseball. Like,
Yeah.
And it's like nothing to him. And then you think about it, you're like, I would be shitting my pants right now if I was in Aaron Judge's shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure it's like a tolerance thing, though. The more you're exposed to it, it's just like, okay,
Oh,
it
yeah.
becomes more and more of a normal thing. It's like us. It's like it's not a. The first time I ever coached a group, I was shitting my pants. I got to command this room. I got to talk to all these people, and now Paul, it's like shove 20 people in front of us, and
yeah.
it's like, okay, here we go. Autopilot
I
on.
definitely can relate that. That's for sure. Even like the first like speeding agility camp, I'm like, all right, this is the first time I've ever done something like this. Here we go. I got 13 kids, and I gotta make sure that they feel like they're getting better. And I was like, and then once I got over that, I was like, I know what I'm doing. I got this. So
Yeah, it's good to feel a little nervous, though.
yeah.
It's all normal. What are your biggest goals going into next year? Just keep hitting.
Yeah.
Just keep hitting bombs.
I think, there's some things I'm going to work on with my swing, but just continuing to learn from the veterans that have been there for years and just learning from them just so, I can just become the best player I can be. And, hopefully maybe in the future, I don't know, maybe Olympics could be in the cards. We'll see. But, I mean, obviously that'd be anyone's
awesome.
dream.
That'd
But
be sweet.
When's the next
Yeah.
Summer Olympics?
2028.
Timeline it lines up.
Lines up pretty nicely.
Yeah.
So
I know.
You got to get invited.
Yeah.
just got to get another golden ticket.
Right.
Where are they? Is this LA?
LA, yeah.
28.
Oh
yeah,
crap!
28
Yeah, this is
I
LA.
know.
That'd be sweet.
That'd be so sick.
Yeah.
Like if you got to do that. So we'll keep our fingers crossed for you. Just keep working hard.
Yeah.
Those things.
Keep hitting home runs.
Yeah, things.
All I can do.
It's all you can do. Yeah. Hey, appreciate you doing this.
Yeah, of course.
This was great. So yeah, thanks. You're the first kid that trained here and is now
Wow.
on the pod.
That's awesome.
So
And it was a
Hey.
pleasure to finally meet the infamous or famous Anna Gold that I've heard much about. But yeah, it was nice to finally meet you, get to sit down, talk, get to know you a little bit and whatnot, and put a face to the name. And
Yeah,
whatnot. So,
thanks. I could do this for hours.
oh yeah,
it's fun. What's the biggest stuff you want to work on hitting wise this year? Anything specific this off season or no?
I think just having more consistency, like in my swing. I feel like over this, like as the season goes on, like my swing, I don't want to say falls apart, but I get like, armsy or pushy, and my swing speed isn't up to par, and I think just finding ways to keep that consistent throughout the season, and then also just really working on, I think, like I said earlier, like learning to have more separation within your lower half and upper half,
Yeah.
to being able, when you recognize the off speed, that you can stay on it. Yeah, nothing too crazy.
Yeah, and I guess
keep
too,
it simple.
before we jump off, like I'm sure there's going to be plenty of like high school softball girls in here that are going to listen to this.
Mm-hmm.
If they're going through it now, they're a freshman, a sophomore, they're stressing about college. Do I go to this camp, this showcase?
Mm-hmm.
What team do I play on? It's like, what's the best advice for these kids who are like in it right now and all the stressors of like, what's the future of me in softball?
Honestly, I think the most important thing for me for getting recruited was going to camps. So if you know there's a school you really want to go to and they have camps that you can go to, like I would say go to it. Like that's the best way. You're going to be right in front of the coaches and be able to display your athleticism and your talent. And I feel like after that, if they like you, then they like you and they'll follow you around. If not, then I feel like you'll know. But yeah, also just to enjoy the moment and not to compare yourself to like your teammates or others around you, because you know you might have girls who are already committed and you're not committed yet, so you're stressed about that. But like everyone's path looks different and everything will work out the way it should work out.
That's the best advice
Love
right
that.
there.
Everybody's on their own timeline.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. So thanks, Anna. Appreciate you doing this, and we'll catch everybody next time. Thank you.